that's a bit more on CLAIRA HERMET. Hi CLAIRA.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. How
Good.
are you? We're all the way in Chelmsford.
In Essex. Essex.
Where are we in Essex?
Coggeshall.
Coggeshall.
There you go.
Coggeshall.
You got
There
it.
we go.
You don't even know where you are, but you managed to get here.
We managed
That's
to get
the most
here
important
finally.
thing. Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for speaking with us today.
Okay.
We're here to talk more about your life and what you're doing right now in the industry. Obviously, everyone knows you as a former presenter. You went travelling to find yourself more, and now you're back to take on the industry in your own way. So yeah, let's get into it. I wanted to ask you, what 3 awkward experiences in your life that have made you laugh?
Oh my God, I'm trying to think of 3 of them. There was a time, this is quite a long time ago, when my friends were DJing I didn't go to uni, but they were DJing at a uni, and my friend and I had gone, and she and I went to the toilet, and we'd come out, and I was like walking back through this massive crowd, like to get back to the DJ booth, and like everyone was like looking at me, and I was like, yeah, I must be looking really good, this is great. Bearing in mind my friend's walking behind me, so then I was like, yeah, and then I got right to the front, and I was like stood with all my friends by the DJ thing, and everyone's like looking at me, and I was just like, you know, what's going on? And then one of my friends is like, your skirt's tucked in your pants. So I've walked like around the whole thing with my bum hanging out. And my friend was there and she didn't tell me, so I thought like...
She was Snapchatting at the back.
Yeah, that was like kind of quite harsh that she just left me like that. Luckily, this was before the days of Snapchat. This was like a long time ago. So yeah, I managed to get out of that one. Awkward
I've had
situations.
one like that where I've had toilet paper stuck to my shoe.
I thought you were going to say stuck to your bum. I mean,
your
shoe's not that bad. Your shoe is not that bad.
Yeah, but that's another level, stuck to my bum.
Yeah.
If my friends didn't tell me, they're not my friends anymore.
With shoes, it happens all the time, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
I was younger though. Do you know when you're younger and you feel so much pressure, like to look perfect, and then you're walking out, you think you're looking nice, like you toilet paper.
Yeah, stuck in your shoe. I'm just trying to think other things that have been awkward. I mean, like I'm always quite awkward anyway, so there is quite a lot of awkward things happening. There's like times where I've done heart-to-heart interviews, like back in the day when people would feel so much pressure that they'd like cut the film in and jump out, drink shots or smoke a joint and then come back into the interview. I mean, that was kind of awkward. And there was also one time, this will be my 3rd one, there was an actor who I'm not going to name, and I asked him if he'd shaved his chest because he clearly shaved his chest. And I thought, you know, it's just a joke, like that's what I do, I'm making a joke, and he got really angry and completely lost the plot of me.
Did he leave the set?
He just kind of cut the interview there, and then he went over to his manager and was like going crazy at his manager. So I was like, of all the interviews I've ever done, and this was just like a quick thing at an event, this is the only time when anyone's ever got annoyed with me. So
he or she was just being extra.
If it was a she shaving her chest, be a bit worrying.
Yeah, he was just being a bit extra.
He was, yeah. Bless him.
Okay, so 3 things in life or experiences in life that have brought you true happiness.
Horse riding. I used to ride horses. I don't anymore. I'm not sure how I feel about it now that I'm vegan, so it's kind of a bit of a conflict. Yeah. But having horses when I was a kid, and like my mum had died, they were like my saviour basically. So that gave me like such a sense of freedom and kind of like and happiness. So writing, I love writing, and that kind of is just something that it just kind of flows and brings me true happiness. And I guess my boyfriend.
Oh, nice. How long have you been with your boyfriend for?
A year now.
That's not cheesy. Oh yeah, no, writing's a beautiful thing. Obviously, you get to speak from your heart and your mind and everything. I know that you write a blog at the moment, and I've read that. We'll have to talk about that. And horse riding. I tried horse riding, nearly died. So
it takes a lot of practice.
Yeah, it takes a lot. I
started when I was 5, so it's like 4 or 5. So it was like kind of just a thing that I like doing.
Yeah,
but I fell off a lot.
Yeah, did you fall off? That's my like biggest nightmare. I nearly fell off and I was like, nope, not doing that again ever in my life.
I reckon I've probably fallen off about 1,000 times.
Wow. Have you broken anything?
No, I never broke anything, so I was really lucky. I got lots of bruises, like cuts, that kind of thing, but didn't actually break anything, so yeah, it's pretty lucky.
Did you have to wear like a helmet and stuff?
Yeah, always wore a helmet. Yeah. I don't know how much difference it makes. I mean, I got thrown all over the place, but you don't get better unless you keep trying.
Yeah, like if you skateboard and stuff, and then
it's like anything. There was one horse that I had to ride, and she used to do like a bucking bronco, so she would just go like this, and the first like 5 or 6 times I fell off, and then I persevered, and then I worked out how to get around it. So then from then on, if a horse ever did that, I knew how to get around it. So you got to, go through the obstacles to get to the smooth bit.
Jeez, it's a tagline. Cool. So so you've had a unique journey through life. Obviously, you're an up-and-coming TV presenter and personality, working hard to climb the ladder, and then you kind of fell off the earth and kind of went travelling and kind of freed yourself in this, personal freedom and finding self-love on a deeper level. And now you're back and you're doing like your TV series, YouTube series and other bits in the industry. So I just wanted to ask you if you could explain in more detail about your journey.
So I don't even know why I started presenting. It was completely by mistake, and I was so shy. I was really painfully shy, and I wouldn't speak to anybody. And I really struggled, to have conversations. I struggled to have phone calls, just anything. I just couldn't talk to people. And it was like just through coincidence that I ended up at a party where someone was looking for presenters for like a live TV gaming show thing on Sky, not Babe Station, because people like to go, but it wasn't. It was like some awful like just gaming show thing. And then I ended up working for Sky actually for their gaming channel. And I don't know, and then I quit all of it because my sister got ill, and so I've quit things before, and I qualified as a personal trainer. And I just thought when my sister was ill, I got quite ill, so I had stress-induced vertigo, so it meant I couldn't drive anymore. So I wanted something I could do without having to, need drive. And I was doing live TV, and it felt like quite pressured, and so I did my personal training, and then I did that for a year, and I started this business with this lady who was about 10 years older than me. And I started dating a guy who had a show on Radio 1, and I was just like, that's what I want to do. Like, not necessarily that exactly, but I know that I want to do presenting. I just didn't have the the courage or anything to do it before. I didn't feel like I could. So my friends helped me, and we put together like a show reel. So I interviewed just anyone we could get hold of. So there was a guy called African Boy who had just done a song with MIA, and then there was like a band and like various different people, and I just sat down and did like silly things with them, and so that then led roundabout ways to me doing stuff for GRM Daily, which took a lot of work actually. I had to beg Posty, who owns GRM Daily, to let me do stuff because he was friends. I was working for another website, and the guy that owned that website went to uni with Posty, so he didn't want to feel like he was like stepping on anyone's toes. And I'm like, I'm not a possession. This is, I'm taking this seriously. This is what I want to do. And it was a really great time.
So you just kind of grafted your way through, used connections.
It's a lot of you just have to. I don't know. I don't think there's anything you can do. I think you just have to stay positive and do as much as you can do, and then the other stuff just happens. If that makes sense. But I ended up, so I was doing stuff for BBC Radio 1 Extra, and I was on BT Sport, doing stuff for BT Sport, and I just kind of had a bit of an awakening that this wasn't for me, that even if I achieved these kind of goals that I'd set for myself, that wasn't going to bring me happiness. And I kind of realised that there was maybe much more to life than had first thought or had always thought, so I just decided that I wanted to just throw everything away and just go and just check out the world and see what was there.